Hi, I'm Greg Davis with Greg Davis Real Estate, powered by VRA Realty. So today we're down here in beautiful Avalon, New Jersey at this gorgeous house, and I'm with the owner and designer, Sheila Dragon from Dragon Design. So Sheila, tell me, I know when you bought this house, you wanted to do some work to it, and it's absolutely amazing. So tell me a little bit about what the house looked like when you bought it and some of the things that you did to it. Sure,
thanks for hosting, Greg, I appreciate it. This was definitely a labor of love. In 2019, we and some investors and myself purchased this property to basically rehab it. It needed a full overhaul. And so we felt like this main floor really needed the bulk of the attention. Where we're standing right now actually used to be the staircase to go upstairs.
So it really cut the room up then, I guess?
Yeah, so like when you came up the stairs, you were hit with this huge staircase with lots of wood slats, and you really, like, the room was just very broken up. So by moving the staircase to the back of the house, and opening all of this up, we now probably have one of the largest kitchens in Avalon. I've been in a lot of houses down here, and I haven't seen a kitchen of this magnitude. So this was part of one of the biggest transformations of this property.
Clearly the kitchen was a big transformation. What elements would you say were your favorite things or the most fun for you to do?
So we took away bathrooms in parts of the house and added bathrooms. Like this main floor here, which is, you know, typical for Avalon and an upside down house. This is actually the second floor.
Sure.
So there's, you know, bedrooms on the first floor when you walk in, and then you have your main living area, and then you have a third floor as well. So on this particular floor, there was always only one bedroom, but we had 3 bathrooms.
Wow, okay.
On one floor.
Yeah.
We had a bathroom off the kitchen, and we had, the bedroom had 2 bathrooms. We had a hall bath and then an ensuite.
Oh, wow.
So by, you know, they always say kitchens and bathrooms sell houses.
Of course, yeah.
But in this particular case, there were 8 bathrooms and 5 bedrooms.
So as it stands now, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms in the finished product?
We have 6 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms.
And very functional at this point, for sure.
So where we took away some bathrooms here, we added a couple of bathrooms downstairs, and we added another bedroom downstairs as well. The foyer was enormous. It was a lot of wasted real estate. So we actually shrunk the foyer area, added another bathroom down there, created another ensuite. You know, down here, most people are vacationing. They don't need, while closets are nice to have.
Sure.
Really big walk-in huge closets are not necessarily a necessity. So we kind of repurposed some big walk-in closets, converted them to ensuite bathrooms, and ultimately kind of repurposed the whole floor plans. The choices, everything that you've pulled out here, it's not what you find in just like a standard builder's house. There's so much more to this. So tell me a little bit about your choices and what you really enjoyed and like about them. Yeah, I know there's a lot of new construction going on in Avalon, and I knew at this size house, whenever we were ready to put it on the market, that we would be competing with new construction. So even though this house isn't technically new construction, I feel like the interior is pretty much like new construction. So I knew that I really wanted to elevate the design and the bathrooms and the tile work in the kitchen, cohesive flooring throughout, all of the things that buyers are looking for nowadays in what feels like a new construction home. So for me, actually, I wanted every bathroom to feel different. I wanted the house to have an overall theme from a color perspective, and I wanted to have, very nice tile finishes
Sure.
that felt beachy, but weren't going to go out of style in, 5 years.
So tell me a little bit about the pool. I know that wasn't here when you bought the property, and that was kind of a decision at a little bit later point in time to add that. So tell me a little bit about the pool area.
Yeah, so construction wrapped up in the fall right before COVID. And so the intent at the time was the investor group and I were going to just kind of rehab it and resell it. But then we had a lot of questions about, can you put in a pool? What would that look like? How much would it cost? And when COVID happened, we decided to put it into rental status and build up a nice vacation rental portfolio and work on the process of getting the pool approved for putting it in. Because I knew that if that was what buyers wanted then, and I'm continuing to see construction going
Sure.
on down here, and every new construction home is putting in a pool, I didn't want to have the same cycle happen again where we would get the same questions, can you put in a pool? So we took the time, turned it into a great vacation rental property, which is now turnkey for a buyer. They could go either direction, or they could use it part of the year and have it as a vacation rental for the rest of the time. And we put the pool in, and it's been a tremendous amount of work, but very well worth it. And so we kept the garage. I didn't want to lose the storage that the garage offered, because in Avalon you don't have basements.
Yeah.
So storage is key for your bikes and your beach chairs and all the fun stuff that goes along with the beach. And so we turned half of the garage into a mini cabana and changed out one of the garage doors to be all clear, so that you could literally roll the garage door up and plop right into the pool. And so it took some creative design working with the pool company, and we were able to accomplish that. And then by moving the two condensers for the air conditioning onto the platform with the pool, that opened up some space down there for
Sure.
us to be able to put in a little mini kitchen and a little dining area, so you can have some alfresco dining and have poolside cocktails and enjoy the cabana if you don't want to be in the sun all the time. And so I'm really, really happy with how the back pool turned out.
So you mentioned earlier on about moving the staircase. So tell me a little bit about the stairs, because they're very unique looking, and I think they're a key design element here.
Yeah, I was kind of torn in the beginning because the stairs were a lot of wood. If you look at some of the before photos, there were wood slats. The area above the kitchen, the railing was open to below. It wasn't just a solid,
Okay.
half wall. So you had a lot of wood slats on the stair rails. You had a lot of wood slats across the top. It was just very heavy with the dark wood. But they're Navy stairs from an original decommissioned Navy ship that is now sitting in Philadelphia at the
Wow.
Navy Yard. So the original owner was in the Navy and somehow got a hold of these stairs. So we decided to basically take down all the vertical slats and convert them into the cable rails. And we used the existing treads and the existing railings, and we just basically relocated the staircase but kept the charm of the wood. You can definitely tell the character from when
sure.
you're coming up the stairs, but I felt like I didn't want to lose some of those cool features, and have everything be like brand new.
Right.
So I felt like they deserved homage, and so we kept them, but we just updated them.
I'm glad you saved them. I mean, they do
Yeah.
have amazing character, and the fact that you have one
Yes.
set that matches the other is huge.
My grandpa was in the Navy, and I just really loved the story, and so
Yeah.
we wanted to keep them and keep the history.
So I've got to ask you, when you're down here, Where are some of the favorite places that you like to go? Do you have memories from when you were a kid down here and there's kind of the nostalgic places, or where do you like to go when you're down here? Is there a favorite place that you like to go?
So I've been coming to Avalon since right out of college, and for, I don't know, 14 or 15 years, I ran a group shore house.
Okay.
So the Princeton, the Whitebriar, and the Windrift all have a special place in my heart.
I've done some time at those places myself. Yeah.
And so when this property came up as an opportunity to rehab, I was like, oh my gosh.
Because proximity to...
I'm a block and a half from the Princeton.
Of course.
I'm a block and a half from the beach. What better location can you be?
Right.
I passed this corner multiple times in my day. So I felt like I knew we had a prime location.
Yeah.
And my dad is retired and he got into photography, and he, you know, loves it down here too. So he took a lot of still shots of some of the iconic places in Avalon, like the Princeton.
I've noticed that throughout the house. So one thing that I noticed is in the hallway, the main hallway downstairs, there's some larger prints of photographs your father did, right? So tell me a little bit about them.
Yeah, so again, I didn't want this to feel like a cookie cutter build your great house. And so I felt like, you know, showcasing like the parts of Avalon that are so special. My dad and I kind of, you know, walked Dune Drive, and he took some photographs of the golf course that's right on Dune and the Princeton. And then he took a lot of shots on the beach, and so I basically converted those images into artwork for the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds a nice touch. I mean, looking around, seeing those photographs, it definitely ties into the reminder of where you are and that feel and that nostalgia and that culture of being at the beach. And I think it really just warms up the place for sure.
Yeah, and so when we, you know, sell the property, it's going to be sold turnkey. You're going to get all the furniture, all the custom artwork, all of the amenities for operating it as a vacation rental property, if you so choose to do that, and including the opportunity to just have the Airbnb and VRBO and Booking.com listings transferred right into your the new owner's possessions. Yeah,
great. Well, great. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me a little bit about this house. It's an absolutely gorgeous place. I got to tell you, you've got to come see this place. It's absolutely amazing. The location's great. The design's amazing, of course, as we talked about. But thank you so much for taking the time to share a little bit more about the property.
Thanks, Greg. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate it as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.